Okay, here's a little demonstration I'm going to do because I was asked about how do I feel the drainage holes. Well, this is the punk toolbox I just pulled off the supports. I haven't sanded anything, I haven't filled anything. I'm just going to concentrate on these drainage holes. I have some support residue right there, so I'm just going to grab my 150 sanding stick and just sand that base flat. I might sand a bit on the underside there and just kind of round off all the edges. We're going to grab a paper towel and wipe that off. Now what we're going to fill these drainage holes with is the Monocure IncredaFill. This hasn't been released yet. I'm hoping it really will be released. It's still going through the stages of being finalized. I hope this video is the final stage that you release it. So how are we going to fill these drainage holes? Now there's many ways. You can mix up some super glue, crazy glue with some sanding dust and mix it together. Baby powder, do it that way. Fill it with some super glue with some baking soda that way, or you can do it with some 2-pack filler, some Bondo filler, some car putty filler, whatever, some wood filler, any sort of filler. I'm going to use Monocure's IncredaFill. Why? Because I'm going to demonstrate how to fill these extremely quickly and efficiently right now. So here is the IncredaFill by Monocure. It's a UV activated cream, and I said cream because you can actually mold it to fill the area you want, and it's not going to sag or drip or anything like that. It's going to hold its shape, and you can dry it instantly as you have molded it. So here we go. Most importantly, don't open this in broad daylight. I'm doing this at night time with a light above me. What we're going to do is just grab a little scalpel. You don't need a lot of this. I've been testing this for quite a few months now, and I've barely used any of this tub. So a tub is going to last you a very long time. So I'm just going to scrape off about that much, and what we're going to do is work it into that hole just around the edges. What you want to do is just work in a little bit. Like any putty or clay, you just want to work it just to get that moisture working through, and you just want to grab that moisture and fill it on the sides. Grab a little bit more there. Now you just want to do this in thin layers. You can see there, just kind of grabbing the sides of those drainage holes. I'm going to wipe off the excess, scrape any excess off the side there onto the paper towel. We're going to pop the lid on the IncredaFill down our toolbox for the second. I'm going to put that aside. We're going to grab our UV torch and we're going to shine it on our filler. Now, as you can see, it's glowing. A very cool effect that Monocure's added into the product to show you where you have actually applied the product. I'm going to hold it there for a good 15-30 seconds. You can hold it there as long as you like. The longer you hold it there, the harder it's going to get. So basically what we've done now is just created like a cavern. So it's grabbed onto the sides of the holes, and then the next layer we're going to do is fill the holes. So that should do that. So we'll turn off the torch. We'll just grab our 220. We're just going to sand the top of that just to give us a nice flush surface. We're going to bring back in our Monocure IncredaFill. Open it up. Grab our scalpel, grab a nice little tiny bit. We're just going to plug at those holes. I'll wipe the excess back in there. We're going to put the lid back on. I'm going to put down a toolbox again for a second. Wipe off the excess. We're just going to clean off. At this point, you can use your finger just to round everything off and smooth everything out. And a lot of people are going to say, don't use your finger, use a glove. Fine. If you want to smooth it right off, use a scalpel, grab your torch, and proceed to cure it. Now at this point, this is pretty good. This is basically it. You've filled your holes. Now you can go ahead with your 220 grit sanding stick and just get that a once over on the top, and you're good to go to paint. We're just going to hold this on there for a few seconds more as it'll a little bit more than a 1 millimeter depth in thickness. So let's just turn that off, grab our 220, go over it, round off the edges, and there is our drainage holes filled. Thanks to Monocure IncredaFill.